It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
All right. This is another episode. Your boy, Two Dimple King, your favorite Leo. I don't know because I heard somebody else is a Leo here. That's crazy. With my co-host.
Y'all already know. It's your girl, Brex, and I'm back with it.
All right. And we have who?
Jontaè with Bubbles Galore, aka Bubbles.
AKA Bubbles. See, this I met you week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Are you always like this happy? Because you make TikToks and shit now. Like, yes. Are you always Bubbles? Are you always bubbly?
For the most part, yes.
Okay.
I'm always bubbly. I am Bubbles. And
Is that where the name came from?
Well, I believe so. So when I first started out at the flea market, most of my customers started calling me Bubbles.
Oh.
And I think it was from probably my personality and the business name.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's talk about this business. I went down a rabbit hole to see how long you had this business. So I've seen you at pictures at the flea market, to the kiosk, to Towson. Yeah. So who made you start this? Why'd you quit your job to do this? Tell us the story.
So there was two specific reasons. So the first reason was because I felt as though there were no natural products that actually look fun. When you think of natural, what do you think about? Usually just a bar of soap, it's brown, it's shea butter, it's lavender.
It's shea butter.
It's not fun.
Right.
So my very first soap was a donut.
Okay.
And my coworkers at the time, they really liked it. So I was like, I can do something with this. So that's when I made a popsicle and I kept going from there.
So you woke up on a random Tuesday, was like, I'm going to make natural soap.
Pretty much.
You ain't think about this not one time?
Beforehand? Like, was that something you were already interested in? Like, did you have like a skin problem that was like, oh, nah, I need to figure out what's going on with me? Or you just was like, nah, I'm going to just make soap and it's going to go well?
So actually my son had eczema really bad. But he was only about 6 years old.
Okay.
So, there was nothing for kids pretty much that was fun for them to use. And then when I started making my products, adults liked it too because of the scent, what it did, and how they looked. So I didn't really expect for the adults to like it, but they did. They fell in love with it.
We like cute shit.
So how long have you had this business?
So I started in March of 2020. So we're coming up on 3 years this year coming out. I've been at Arundel since January 21.
How many employees you got?
I have 6 employees as of today.
Oh,
she got a big business.
She got a business now. Listen, she went from just being a solo artist. Okay, Beyonce. How was it getting your first employee or your first sale, whatever one you like best?
First sale, I learned a lot along the way. It was pretty hard. But yeah, my very first flea market, I still have the paper. I made about not even $5 that day. My soaps used to be only $1. Yes.
And how much are your soaps now?
They're $10 each.
Okay.
She said we came up. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. So when you were at the flea market, were you nervous or tell us about your first time, your experience?
I was a little nervous because of course it's a new product that I just started, but at the same time I was in the medical field for 14 years, so it's really helped me with customer service.
No, we ain't just gonna leave it. What did you do in the medical field?
I actually helped women get pregnant. I was in infertility.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't never meet y'all in real life. Okay. So I'm so curious about the business. So you were just doing your normal, practicing getting babies out and all that good stuff. Then the soap launch. So did that mean you stop doing the whole medical thing altogether?
At what point did you just decide I'm gonna focus full-fledged on my business and this medical stuff? I know I can do it, but it can wait.
I just have a really, my mindset is that I can do anything.
Okay.
And sometimes you could say it's a bad thing because, I think it just depends on the person, but I really felt like I could make this something. People thought I was crazy at the time. There was people who tried to talk me out of it, but I did it and it worked out.
Thank God. She said, I did it and it worked out. Are you still friends with those people who doubted you back in the day? Yeah. We all didn't make it. They all didn't make it. Okay. So I seen that you had the 2 businesses. My question to you is, what was one of your worst days?
My worst days? Probably, what's a worst day? I have a lot of bad days too, you know.
Do you, Bubbles?
I do. I feel like
do you?
I feel like a lot of people think that it's always easy and I make it look easy. I get that a lot, but it's really difficult. It's not as easy what it looks like. But it's rewarding, so I don't mind it. So I have really good days and there's really bad days. You just have to keep going. That's what it is.
Is there something that you do on your really bad days that brings you back up to be bubbly bubbles?
Bubbly Bubbles.
Sometimes I cry. I just get it out. And a lot of times I'm going to shout at my dad. He's an entrepreneur as well. I just call him. He makes me feel better.
It's always nice to have somebody in your corner that's already doing what you're doing, what you're trying to do.
Exactly.
Is he very helpful in that sense?
Oh, so helpful. I mean, I always tell him without him, I probably wouldn't even keep doing this. You know, I've had a lot of
Shout out to Dad.
Yes, he is amazing.
Shout out to Dad.
So you was a daddy's girl.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, so would you say with the business and everything else, when you do have these so-called bad on bad days, do you have like a tribe or you mostly like to stay to yourself?
Pretty much to myself. I just have to figure it out. I have to think of what to do to get, past whatever it is. So, yeah, I've come a long way though, because I used to really cry and just be like, I don't want to do this anymore. But now I'm just like, look, I have 2 locations. I have employees under me. Like, I have to just figure it out. There's no time to cry. Like, I just got to figure it out. So.
That's, Brax, I would say that's different than a lot of women, because a lot of women just sit and wallow in that for a little while.
Yeah.
Are you a wallower? Do you wallow?
I have to have my moment. I have moments. Like, if I'm upset, I'm gonna have my moment. I'm gonna get it together though, but I'm gonna need my 15 minutes to have my moment, because that moment I gotta have it. I gotta get it out, but then I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay, so you initial, but then you on to the next thing.
Yeah, I'm an Aries. I'm a hothead, so like, I'm gonna be emotional at first, and then I'm gonna calm down. Once I'm calmed down, I'm gonna figure it out.
And that's a fact. That's a fact. Were you always this big into social media as you are?
Not in my personal life. People are probably looking at me like, who is this girl? But I just feel like I've gotten to be where I'm at because of trial and error. Like, you can't be, of course, when you're first starting out, you care about what people are thinking and things like that. But you have to get to a point where you really don't care what people think. That's the only way you can really get to a certain point. So
I'm called the asshole when I do what she said. Sometimes you just gotta let people do what they gonna do.
Yeah. If you want to follow me, you follow me.
She's Leo. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So, all right. What's next for the business? You gonna open up a no? How many malls you gonna take over? Like, what's next?
So my dream was to have a store, and I've done it. Right.
Okay.
So after I got the store, I'm like, oh my God, what's the next thing? Like, what? So I've really been thinking about maybe even doing a brick and mortar. I really don't want to always be underneath the mall aspect. You have to think. A lot of people don't realize, yes, I'm my own boss, but at the end of the day, I still have bosses up above me that own these malls. So they control when I'm open. They control all of that.
They got a little access to how much money you can make. Right.
So, and they see how much money I make.
They see it.
Yes.
Whoa.
One day I'm going to come out with a book and tell you guys how this all works. Yes. So they see everything.
The people that own the mall.
Yes.
See your profits.
Yes. They have to.
That make you uncomfortable at first?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's because of your contract. So especially during the holiday time, of course, you're going to probably make more than you've ever made in certain months. If you make over a certain amount in a month, you have to give them a certain amount.
Oh.
Yes, it's a certain percentage.
It's giving pimp.
It's giving, I need a brick and mortar.
Yes.
Goodness.
It's giving, my money is my money, and I said it's my money, not yours.
Goodness.
So these are things that people don't know, but yeah.
So that's your next step, a brick and mortar?
Probably a brick and mortar. Just, the whole mall aspect is more so I can get my name out there, my brand.
Right.
So especially Rundle Mills is one of the biggest malls on the East Coast, even in this area. So, I'm glad that I was, I had enough confidence to even go to a Rundle Mills.
Yeah, because that is...
on the big boys club.
Yeah.
That mall got neighborhoods.
Yeah.
My mall too damn big.
And you have BWI. So
yeah,
I have a lot of
so it's a lot of traffic that come through over there. But that's good for your business, though.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Arundel has been amazing.
Is Arundel like your top performing store?
Oh,
location?
Definitely. We have a kiosk there.
Shout out to Arundel, okay?
Yes,
all right.
I love Arundel.
How do you feel about, speaking of kiosks, how do you feel about vending machines? Would you ever put your product in a vending machine?
I actually thought of that. I have. I have to do more research on that. But that would be amazing.
I see vending machines popping up everywhere, and I'm like, I would buy that out of a vending machine.
You would?
I would.
You really would?
I really would. I would buy that out of a vending machine before I bought hair or lashes. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. I think that, my name is getting out there as far as the brand, so maybe I could open one in different states and things that I want to be there so much instead of a store.
I think it would be a good idea.
I was going to say something. I'm glad you brought it up, Brax. When you brought up the brick and mortar, my original idea was a lot of people don't even have stores.
Right.
They sell strictly online.
Right.
So now that your name is out there, do you think that you'll ever change the business model to doing strictly online, or you like to open in the stores and having both?
I probably wouldn't. I do have online anyway, but I feel like people have gravitated more towards me and who I am. Even with my employees, people are like, I want to see you. So I've made that face. So it's like the whole experience of you being able to come to my kiosk or my store and shopping with Bubbles. I think I don't ever want to get rid of that.
I'd see how it sounds like you made that a part of the experience. You know what I'm saying?
It's what makes it unique, though.
Yeah, like I want to see Bubbles out here.
A lot of times you go to the store and, okay, I might know it's a black-owned business, but I've never seen you in this store ever again. Like, I see your picture on the wall, but I've never seen you.
Right. Or you may not even know the owner.
Yeah, I might not even know what you look like. Like, some people you got a picture, some people you don't. So to actually come into a store and be like, hi, I'm Bubbles and I'm the boss, and it's like, oh, you actually in here working.
Yeah, all the time. I always see you.
And it's really important for me to, train my staff the way that I would treat my customers. So that way, yes, I'm not there, but at least you're still getting that customer service. You're still getting that experience in some way, and you'll want to come back. So.
Are you a horrible boss?
A what?
A
horrible?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Would you say your employees don't have nothing bad to say about Miss Bubbles?
They might just attack it, but I think I'm a good boss. I've learned along the way.
Yes.
I have. I think that I've grown over these 2.5 years as far as, becoming a boss, But I try my best. If you guys have watched my social media, I even made a break room in my store for them before I even made myself an office. I'm just getting my office together. So I want them to be happy because the happier they are, the happier my customers are.
She know the motto.
She know the motto. No, we ain't gonna let it. Have you ever had to fire someone?
Of course, yes.
Well, excuse me, boss lady.
Yes,
Tell me about your first firing. What?
First firing? Well, I don't want to put nobody.
No, you ain't gotta say their name.
I see it.
Yeah.
But, I just feel as though if you're not doing exactly, what you're supposed to, and I'm paying you, and you're not representing what Bubbles Galore is, I have to get rid of you because ultimately we're going to lose customers.
Was it hard for you, your first fire?
Yes, the very first one, yes. Okay. But now I don't have time.
She said, ha.
I mean,
I don't have time.
That makes sense, though, because at the end of the day, like, the first time it's like, oh, my gosh, I'm really about to fire somebody. I can't believe I actually have to fire somebody. But now it's like, well, if you're not doing what I need you to do, I got to make this money, and you stopping the money.
Yeah, definitely, basically.
Because if your customer service or whatever is wrong with you is not good, at some point that's affecting the money that's coming in.
Exactly.
Oh, so now
what you got?
See, we're not gonna go to the vibes. I gotta stay on this. Now that I see that you do have this bubbly side, I feel like when you were talking about your firing, you could be a little mean, just a little bit.
I don't say I'm mean. I'm very stern. I'm stern. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk to you like this, but it's about business. It is.
Oh, I seen the switch off. I got scared. You had to look at me. I was like, yeah, all right. I'll put the soap down. You got it.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you have a son, so you're a mom.
I am.
Do you find that hard to balance being a mom and then the whole business and all that?
I I do sometimes, but then I don't. My children have grown with me. Even when I did, I was in the flea market, they came with me. So they've gone with me and grown with me. So they know when mommy is, working.
Right, because they've been doing it for so long now.
Oh, right. And also, I always talk to them. And, of course, before when I didn't have employees, I was at the mall all the time. But I told them it's going to be worth it. As soon as, we get to a certain point, now I have employees, I'll be home more. So I'm able to be with them more. So, yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest things that people struggle with. So I'm going to ask you, how do you balance the whole work life? You still have to be a mom, but you still love what you do. And even though your kids understand what you do.
You still need me time, so.
Right.
I still kind of struggle with the me time. It's kind of hard. A lot of people
you got to get you some me time.
She said, listen, I'm busy. I'm too busy with this.
But I know in my mind that if I work hard right now, that will come.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah. Make sure you get you some me time though.
Right.
Just a little bit. Even if it's just, bathroom door closed with your bath and your wine, you need that.
Yes,
you need that.
Sometimes I have those moments. Little candle or something. All right. And we're gonna get to the candle.
Yo, she got candles.
Oh, as a matter of fact, let's get to the candles. Tell the people your candles.
Yeah. Y'all know I love candles, so let's just get into the products that she bought today.
Yes. So I did have some Captain Crunch candles, but they sold out. So I brought you the Fruity Pebble. So this is a 2-wick candle here.
Okay.
Yes. And it smells like Fruity Pebble.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Okay. I'm not tripping. It smells like.
It smells like Fruity Pebbles. Mm-hmm. Oh, I like this.
I'm ready to buy it. Like, what is?
I'm ready to light it right now.
This smells amazing. What other stuff do you have?
So I also have my lemon essential popsicle, and it has extra lemon peel inside. So this is honey soap, which is an antioxidant, antibacterial, and then the shea butter is for eczema and dry skin. So you're getting 2 soaps in one with my
Oh, I like that one. Who comes up with these designs?
I do. So anything that pops in my head as far as like a design with a soap, a sugar scrub, whatever it is, I just try to basically just say, how can I do this? Like we just came out with a waffle with butter on top with a drizzle of honey soap, which looks like syrup. But
you use food products and make it okay.
Yes.
And it's making me want to buy it, like for real. And maybe it's because it looked like food, but I really want to buy it. It smells good. Y'all, the candle.
It gives what it's supposed to give. And what is this little thing you have here?
So the donut was my very first soap I ever created. So this has the honey soap with the shea butter. This is our new watermelon scent. So the same type of soap, but just, looks like a donut.
Oh, so what made you choose a donut?
So when I first made my logo, I just figured, who doesn't like donuts? Some people may not be able to eat them for whatever reason. But
who don't really like donuts?
Who doesn't like them? Or if you see it, it's universal. No matter where you go, whatever state, whatever country.
You know that's a donut.
That you know that's a donut. And it catches your eye. There's many customers that have come to my stand thinking, oh, this is a real donut. And then I say it's soap. And then I get to talk to you. It's a conversation.
Got him.
There you go.
Got him. You thought we sold donuts. We don't, but what we do have.
Yes.
It's donut-shaped soap that you will love.
Yes. Exactly.
Do you think you'll ever change the model and go to the regular candles, or you like having this different vibe with the foods and everything like that?
I think I probably will stay with foods, but you never know in the future.
She said, yeah, I might have one. It might be a limited edition.
I don't want to close myself in a box.
As you should. As you should. What is your most expensive candle, actually?
These are the only ones right now. So it just depends.
Also, they're affordable, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's $14.99. Oh, actually, these are $19.99. They're not. I'm sorry.
She said, "Okay, hey."
$19.99.
I said they're affordable. She said, "Hey, now wait a minute."
No, hold on.
Candles is like $25 though. A candle, like candles
for a regular candle too.
Yeah, for a regular candle, it's not even cute. It's just a candle, and then the scent not even like scenting. It's not.
She said it's not scenting.
No, because some candles you open them and you really gotta.
Yeah, you like, wouldn't that be considered like the overpowering scent, wouldn't it? when it takes over, isn't that overpowering? That's bad, right?
No, I want to light my candle, and I don't want to just smell my candle where the candle is burning. If I light my candle on the far right corner, I better smell it in the far left.
Okay.
Like, my candle needs to fulfill my
You want a
ring.
Febreze type of candle. Okay.
That's
all
what
right.
My candle is not.
Okay.
Listen.
That's your thing. That's your thing.
So what other products do you have? You got candles, you got soaps. What else do you have?
Yes, we have body oils, which are really popular. My cashmere scented body oil with the jojoba coconut oil vitamin E is very, very popular. You can use it as a massage oil as well.
Okay.
I do make sugar and shea butter scrub, so you're not just getting a scrub, you're also getting the shea butter for moisture. And I also have a sugar scrub scoop station. So my store is very interactive in my kiosk, so you can scoop your own sugar scrub and add toppings.
Oh, that's
like sprinkles
dope.
and sugar.
I'm gonna be in the store.
And my store is having classes now, so you can come and make your own soap bar with me, or
Let's go make soap.
When I tell you, I call her boss lady for a reason. Listen, she's
Stay tuned, y'all. We gonna go make soap.
So how often do you do the soap stuff, like soap classes?
That's gonna be once, probably every Sunday for right now.
Okay.
I'm still getting the software. We did a class already. The girls had a birthday party and they made a unicorn soap. So we'll do it every Sunday just to get started. And then when the store is really acclimated, like all together, I'll be able to be at the store even more, and.
So it sounds like if you've been to the kiosk, you need to go to the store. It's like it's a pit stop.
It is.
The real fun is at the store.
So the store, I'm never really at the store unless I'm making products. So it's pretty much ran on its own. The kiosk is where I'm usually at. Like, you can catch me.
All right.
Yeah.
So the Bubbles Live and Direct, you can catch her at the Rundle Mills Mall.
Yes.
From 10 to 10.
Yes.
Is the mall open from 10 to 10, really?
No. I was like, it's all hours. I just went along.
When she said, well, yeah, definitely 10 to 10. Yeah.
Yeah. Catch me.
Well, listen, let's get into the next part. We gotta give them.
Vibes.
Oh, you sing now. Oh, all right.
Now I sing now.
What made you, right into the vibes, when you were growing up, right? Did you want to jump into the medical field?
I did. I wanted to be a nurse for the longest time. But you know what's funny? My stepdad actually told me that I used to always do artsy things, which I didn't even think of. I did. I used to do like jeans with graffiti and things.
Wasn't that a thing? Wasn't it a thing?
It's a thing.
It was a thing.
It was a thing.
It kind of plays a part into why I like artsy I think different.
See, I move different. I think different.
Yes.
So when you were growing up, would you say you were the popular one?
I wouldn't say I was popular. It's kind of popular by default. I didn't really try, but I was the one that was always taking up for the not so popular kids.
Oh, I didn't think women did that. That's like a real thing that y'all do in like high school.
Yes.
Listen.
Everybody is not a mean girl.
Right.
Excuse me for not knowing the inner workings of the women's circle. So I did not know this.
Not a mean girl.
So you took up for people. You were the nice one.
I did. I was really. I actually got best personality in high school in 12th grade. So I think my personality.
She kept that. She held on it.
Towards me.
Where are you originally from?
Originally from Philadelphia, but I was raised in Harford County since I was like in the 3rd grade.
You from Maryland?
Yeah,
you from Maryland.
I mean, I was born.
That don't count.
There.
That don't count.
It does count. It does. That's why I'm a hustler. So,
Oh my gosh! So you've been to Max's.
Where'd I get that from?
She was on 52nd Street. Wait a minute.
Yes.
I'll make sure I'm gonna ask you this question correctly.
Yes.
Do you go back home?
Yes, all the time. That's where all my family is. Except my mom. She lives in North Carolina. But that's where all my family is. My mom just didn't want me and my siblings to grow up there. So she just wanted a better life.
All right, Mother Teresa. All right, okay, Mom, that's what's up.
Yeah. Shout out to my mom.
Brax, go ahead and ask her.
I'm getting into the vibes for real. So I want to talk about The Little Mermaid.
Yes.
How you feeling? Because I'm loving the Black Little Mermaid. I'm loving it.
Absolutely.
Everybody got something to say though.
I know, it's so much going on. I'm so busy that I really don't know what's all going on with a lot of things, but I have seen people talk about it.
I liked Little Mermaid. I liked it when I was a kid, but it's just something about the black girl magic that I love.
Yeah.
And I think it's weird that people hate black magic like that. Like
you can't get no
like, no. It's so weird to me. Like, are y'all that upset? Yeah. We don't even. Mermaids are not even real.
That's a good point.
Like we really have no clue what a mermaid actually looks like.
You're right.
We only know from what movies have told us that mermaids look like.
That is.
So who is that to say that mermaid can't be black?
That is very true. Who said that it can be?
Why are you looking at me like that? What you got to say?
No, I agree. Yeah, the whole controversy with that, I could never get with it because mermaids aren't real. So it was that, and I was just wanting to know, like, does it matter a little bit? Because if you like the white mermaid, you got a white mermaid. If you like the black mermaid, you got a black mermaid. You got choices. But I think people just saying, like, you know, the variety, you know.
But they did the same with Spider-Man.
And they did the
Spider-Man was always white. No,
they
a
came
black
out with
one.
the movie.
Oh, yes.
Nobody said anything. I don't.
Did people rage over Cinderella? Because there's a whole black Cinderella.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody love the black Cinderella. Like, what's wrong with the Black Little Mermaid? It's the society that we're currently in.
Mm-hmm.
But when you add the black characteristics into the characters, those black characters got a little bit more spice, a little bit more life to them. Just a little bit.
So would it make it better if her skin was a different tone? If her skin familiarized more so of a Caucasian person, would it make it better? If she still had these dreads and all this stuff, would it make it better?
That's crazy what you just did. If the mermaid was white, just with dreadlocks,
would it make it better? Because at that point now, I feel like it's cultural appropriation.
I mean, for that, I would say, what's wrong with taking a little something from a culture, though? What's really wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with using something or taking something from a culture. Mm-hmm. The problem comes in when the culture specifically says that that's providing more oppression on us, or you're making profit off of something that we as a culture, y'all find ghetto.
Ooh, she talking.
Like,
Bubbles, don't you leave me out here on this island,
profit?
Bubbles.
Exactly.
Bubbles just let me out here on the island. She was like,
I'm just saying though, like that's really how cultural appropriation comes. That's really when it comes into play. When somebody that's not of your culture uses your culture to make money and come up off of it, when at the same time when your culture does it, it's the exact opposite. It's a negative impact.
I wasn't expecting this out of you. I mean, you have a point. I can't say you don't have a point.
Take on it.
I agree. But that can translate into a lot of things because, you know, you always are still now, so it's still popping every now and again, the lighter skinned black women and the darker skinned black women. Like, it doesn't make it right, but it's there. You just can't pay attention to it. Like you said, just move on from it. Yeah, it doesn't make it right, though.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Did you find it hard starting a business as yours, as a woman or a woman of color, starting out?
No.
Nobody played
That
with
was
you?
the most confident and
No.
No.
She sounded like she got a little thug. Like, no.
Yeah, I'm very confident, and I'm not gonna let the color of my skin or that I'm a woman depict what I can't do. And if someone tries to do that, I'm going to figure out a way to get to where I need to be. And
Gotta make it happen.
Yes. So, no, I don't. Because in my mind, if I think that way, then that's what it will be. And I think I know I can do anything.
Gotta manifest.
You have to.
Do you get that misconstrued as cocky, arrogant though?
No, it's within me and what I feel. So I don't. No.
Why would people label that? Because I get where she's coming from. It makes sense to me. You gotta believe in yourself no matter what.
You do.
You first.
Right.
Before someone else will.
So let's say you believe in yourself as nothing cocky for both of you. And someone perceived you as cocky. Are they right?
Absolutely not.
Have you ever perceived somebody as cocky and been right?
No.
Wasn't expecting that answer, Bubbles. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't. This is my thing. I don't look at someone and how can I say? I don't look at someone and judge them by you know what I mean? Like someone, it could be an employee, right? Or a potential employee. And they could come at me a certain way, but I can't always just go off of the first interaction. You can't. You can meet someone that you think is cocky, but really they just believe in themselves, or you get what I'm saying?
Do you feel this way, Rex?
I mean, I don't feel like just because you're confident in yourself that makes you cocky.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like it's how you act about it. Like, you're humble. You believe in yourself. I'm going to do whatever it is I put my mind to. But she's humble.
Yes.
So there's a difference between being, I'm going to do whatever I put my mind to, and being rude about it.
Right.
Or something like that. That could perceive you as cocky, and then in turn, I might be right. Because especially if you do all that and you don't have anything to show for it.
Right.
But I don't think just because you have confidence and you believe in yourself that you're cocky.
Right.
You shouldn't be perceived as it until you actually portray all traits of actually being cocky.
Oh.
And you can't figure that out with just by, like she said, by looking at somebody.
Right.
You would have to have that conversation to be like, oh, you really just might be cocky.
Okay, so that's my problem. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I agree with y'all. I am a little cocky. I'm not gonna lie. It's not.
It's your ego.
It's my ego.
It's your ego.
Well, but when I say I'm cocky, right? Just want to make sure I put this completely out on the front street. It's kind of like what she was saying. It's just a very strong belief that I have in myself. So anytime I've been called cocky, it's just because I felt that person might not have seen the passion that I had for it.
How did you portray it, though?
Oh, see, I don't know about that.
See, because if you're rude and you're an asshole.
You know I'm not rude. Yeah, nah.
But you're an asshole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Listen, I'm working on life. I'm still young.
So putting the I believe in myself, I can do this into your assholeness, you probably don't deliver quite well. It probably delivers cocky.
Wow.
And you're not. You just believe that you can do what it is you put your mind to.
This was a podcast. Excuse me.
He's upset.
So look at it like this. If I was going around saying, I don't think I could do it. I just don't know. I have these soaps, but they might.
You come to me like that, I ain't gonna buy your soap.
Right, you was making me feel sad. Like, get out of here.
You're not gonna want to spend $1 with me.
Right.
But I have to, believe in me and my product, and this is what it is. And then you say, okay, I see.
Yeah, I ain't gonna buy it if you ain't confident about it. Thank you.
This is good confidence.
Right.
There's a difference between good confidence and bad confidence.
And not only that, it's not like I didn't start from the bottom. I didn't come from money. No one helped me. I started a flea market. I'm the most humble.
What flea market were you at?
First it was Jontaè, and then the biggest one that everyone knows is Patapsco.
Oh, you got the Patapsco, big money.
I was there for 6 months every weekend.
Oh, it smelled like sweaters and oatmeal in there.
Oh my God.
I just went back just the other day on you guys can see on my Instagram. I thanked everybody there. They were my first supporters. I thanked them. I really appreciate them.
See what I'm saying?
Just like,
good
I just want to say,
good confidence.
Even how she hold her soap.
Like,
it's just getting so loving. Like,
this is good confidence. Now imagine if she was like, I believe in myself. Yeah, I was at that little dusty flea market. It is what it is. Like, I'm up. I'm better now. I'm at a run-do. I'm doing my thing. Like, then it's giving cocky. It's giving all right now. Yes. Like, okay. It's giving too much. It's giving, maybe I don't even want to be happy for you because it's just like, you just not, it's not portraying good positive energy.
Right. So, okay, well, hold on. I thought this was a podcast. I've noticed something, Brax, and, I waited a little while to ask this till we got to the vibes. So, you said that you were, in the medical field for 14 years. You started a business.
Yeah.
How do you manage a relationship and being a mom and then running a business? How do you manage this?
I really don't. It's just, my focus is on my business.
Do you have a relationship?
No comment.
So that's So listen,
That's
whoever
a
you
hey
are.
boo if you watching.
That's all I got for you, brother. So the latest thing that happened was, who was that guy? Oh, this is what I was going to ask. With that the basketball head coach cheating on Nia Long, do you think that women put a lot of emphasis on the fact that the woman's pretty and she has money? Like, you want to cheat on her? She's her. Like, she's her.
I think society puts a lot of oomph into that. Just because she's pretty or she's bad or she's famous or she's got money. If you got her, there's no possible way that somebody could be cheating on her. But they regular old people too. Did y'all forget that? Men gonna be men regardless. If he got money, he probably gonna be doing more.
I'm not gonna let you say that. I'm not gonna let you say that. I'm not gonna let you say that right there. Men gonna be men regardless, and the men with money is definitely out here cheating. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
You don't have to agree. I wouldn't expect you to agree.
Listen,
bruh, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce.
So what I'm hearing is right out of from what you just said to me, which was baffling.
I'm just saying.
Have you never had a?
I'm just saying anybody can get cheated on. It doesn't matter that I'm famous or that I have money or that everybody wants to be with me because they think I'm so beautiful. I can still get cheated on. Anyone can still get cheated on.
So have you, any of you two, been with a man, a boyfriend or whatever, and it was attractive, but then the attractiveness just did not meet the actual day-to-day person? Like, oh, John's he is so cute, but you don't know John the way the person that in a relationship would. So do y'all jump on? Y'all of course want somebody attractive, but have you been with somebody when the attractiveness fades? You're like, oh, you're not a good person.
Oh, of course, of course.
Do you stay because he's attractive?
Absolutely not. You have to know your worth.
You never stayed because he was attractive.
I'm staying because you look good. You know how many other people look good?
Right.
What?
Absolutely.
You are not the only good-looking man on this earth.
What? This is shocking to me. This is shocking to me. I would say it's shocking to me because the only way that that's possible is if, one, you're very attractive yourself, so you have options and opportunities. Like, oh, well, do you not know who I am also? So I feel like that's not rewarded to everybody, because me and you were talking about before she got here, self-worth. Not a lot of people have that.
But when you do, you won't tolerate that shit.
Right.
Like, it's just that simple. If I feel like, okay, yeah, your attractiveness brought us together. I'm attractive, you're attractive, we were attracted to each other. Now I'm sitting here having a conversation with you and you dumb as shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? No, blah. This was a good time, but I don't think we need to do this again. It was nice to meet you. Like,
what? Wow. Okay.
what's wrong with that?
I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I was just curious.
So, you met a woman and she was beautiful, drop dead gorgeous. Because she don't have no mind or no brain, you still gonna stay with her. You still gonna stay with her, ain't you?
But what you so?
He gonna answer the question.
He not gonna
answer the question. You still gonna stay with her?
I'm gonna say no.
You
but
sure?
I'm gonna say no. But at what point do y'all actually believe in black love to just stick it out with somebody? Just because you can move on, don't mean you should. And I think you're getting that confused. You can move on.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm confused. Were we well into the depths of our relationship, and then I realized you were like not what I wanted or something?
No, it was early on.
I just met you, right?
Right.
So, what black love is there just right now? And I just met you. I don't know you. There's no black love. I'm trying to find it, and I can't find it if you can't make sense with me. Like.
So, Bubbles, I'm gonna ask you this because I don't like the way she talked to me. Yeah. So. Would you say, out of your own experience with business and everything like that,
yes,
that the more successful you get, the more guarded you get?
Yes, absolutely. Because sometimes people will come just because of, what you're doing. So you have to really, shift out people.
I'm not going to let you get out of that. Example.
Well, since I first started, of course, people might see that you know, that I'm getting to a certain level and, you know, I'm not a celebrity or anything, but I'm doing something, right? So people might just look at, oh, she's Bubbles, she's super sweet, she's this and that, but really, you don't know me. So
you see me in the streets, but
you don't know me.
You don't know
who I am. So
I think I agree with that because you're outgoing. I'm outgoing.
Yes.
A lot of people think that is just who you are because every time you see me, that's what I present to you. You have no idea. It is terrible today.
Yeah.
But to you, oh, that's Marcus, that's Bubbles. Like, oh, I am going through it.
Yeah.
Do you keep that as a defense mechanism?
Kind of, sort of, yeah. Just stay away from people in that aspect, but you know, my business is number one right now. So besides my family.
So your business is number one. Would you ever move away from soap? Is it something else you would do? Would you go to that artsy side you were talking about?
I don't know what's in my future. Maybe in 10 years I won't be doing this, but in my mind right now, this is something that I want to go globally. I really do see a lot in this in the future.
You know, Rex, we've had a lot of products here, right? Mm-hmm. And, you know, whoever celebrities, not celebrities, right? Regular day people. What I have gathered from this conversation, which is amazing to me, I have seen that you are very business minded. You said you're not a celebrity or anything. In today's standards, which is 17,000, which you celebrated, you are low key a celebrity. You're a celebrity. You celebrated it, so it meant something. So you're low key a celebrity. Do you let that go to your head? Like, oh, I have this much reach to people. Kind of Instagram famous. Do you ever let that go to your head? Like, oh, I was just practicing medicine not too long ago.
Honestly, so on TikTok, I'm doing even better. So on TikTok, I have 36.7K. Now, the only reason I'm telling you guys this is because people come to the mall mostly from TikTok. And they're like, I saw you on TikTok.
Yes.
And they're,
Give us some game.
They're happy to see me, and it's hard to grasp that because I don't know what people are saying out there, right? I have all these people watching me, but at the same time, you know, I'm just working in my purpose. So I'm just, you know, I'm very humble, and I'm shocked. I don't know how to explain it. Does that make sense?
When people find you on TikTok.
Yeah, most of the time on TikTok. Some people do say they see me on Instagram, but TikTok is like
TikTok is booming right now.
It's amazing.
I find everything on TikTok, like for real. Like if you want to go look for something, how you used to just be like, oh, I'm gonna get on Google and I'm gonna Google, you know, body scrubs, NB or something. No, get on TikTok. Yeah. Get on TikTok. You will literally find everything on TikTok, from how to tie up and cut up your shirt to like the best place to go eat in your city. Yeah. TikTok.
Who taught you how to get good at the Instagrams, the TikToks? Because at your number now, I can ask you, how did you manage your marketing? Is it you, just your mind goes? You have a team that does it? How does this go?
No, I just really, it's just a lot of trial and error.
Tell us the trial. You giving business this game now.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you guys a snippet, you know, if you do want to get your TikTok really.
All right, give it to them.
Okay. So on TikTok, you, of course, like I said, you cannot be afraid to post, right? Post and post and post. All you have to do is look at the posts that are doing the best. Keep doing that thing. So for me, for instance, one time I recorded myself at my kiosk, just talking to a customer, and it got millions of views. I went viral, 4.3 million.
Sheesh.
So I realized, oh, this is what they want to see. So I kept recording and kept going, and that's how my TikTok got better.
Wait, before the 4 point, what was you averaging before that video?
Oh, it wasn't that much at all. I used to get like 30 views.
So hold.
Crazy.
Brax, and she telling me
all it takes is one video.
She went from 30 views to 1 million.
It was gradual. She's
like, I don't know. My mouth.
But my very first viral video, it was a snippet. Like, it was so short. And I knew at that time, this is it. And I just kept doing it.
You're a celebrity. Oh.
Stop it.
Goodness. Would you think you could handle social media fame, Brax?
Nah.
Why? What do you think would bother you the most?
I don't know. Like, I have social media and everything, and I be on social media, but like, I'm not a big poster in my life, what I'm doing, and maybe it's because that's my personal life.
Right.
So like, when it comes to my personal life, like, I got some pictures up there, but like, I'm not like always posting about what's going on in my personal life or like what I'm doing or where I'm at. I'm not always posting like that. So like, it would probably be overwhelming for me at first. Like, if I was to like go viral and then all of a sudden like people know me in the street off of a video, I would probably be very much overwhelmed. Like, I'd probably be in the fucking house like, you know what? Nah, I'm not even going outside today. I'm gonna go outside when it get dark, put a hoodie on, like sunglasses, like, nah. It takes some getting used to. Like, I'm not gonna say I couldn't get used to it, but at first I would probably be overwhelmed.
I can agree with that.
You have 2 pages, right, Bubbles?
Yes.
Do you feel like that's necessary to separate the business from your personal life?
So the personal page that I do have, there's nothing on it. I mean, yeah, there's absolutely. So what you see is what you get on Bubbles Galore. That is everything. So.
Also, wait, you're not on social media as you at all.
At all.
Like on nothing.
Nothing. It's just Bubbles. I'm just me.
You enjoy the secrecy of it, like the privateness of it. That you see this. This is what you get.
I feel like this is what I live each and every day. You got to understand, 7 days a week. For me to get to where I am, we're open every single day at 2 locations.
Are you?
Yeah, so this is who I am. I've embodied my business. I am it, and it is me.
Oh, I gotta pick your brain. Did you miss, like, when people talk about the grind and not going out, not really seeing your friends? When did that click when you was like, oh, you know what, this is just something I have to do? Yeah, you don't miss going out, you don't miss seeing your friends as much, being around your kid as much. Do you like regret that, giving everything to the business?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I knew that I needed to, get rid of certain people in my circle and to not go out, because I just know later I can do all those things. I don't regret anything at all.
Do you think that's hard, Brax, to live without regret? Like, to really focus on something, even though people don't like it, you lose friends, family, whatever. Would you regret that? Like, even if you get to where you want to be at, you're like, damn, I wish it didn't go that way.
No. Because if you're meant for me, you'll grow with me.
I like that.
People don't stay the same. I don't know why people feel like people stay the same. Like, you met me, and just because you met me in this state means I'm going to always and forever be in this state. Like, I should be constantly growing and evolving. So you're either going to grow and evolve with me into the person that I'm becoming, or you can sit there and be back there with the person that I used to be.
Yeah, and I can say it's hard to have friends, especially when you have something in your mind or a goal.
Yeah, it is hard, and losing some of those relationships. I'm not going to say those relationships aren't going to be hard to lose. I'm not going to say I'm not going to feel some type of way about the fact that we're no longer on the same level or friends in general or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I'm growing, I'm evolving, and if what you're doing or what you're bringing around me is not working with where I'm trying to go or what's going on in my life, then I can't have you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you can't be a part of it. And I have to let that go. And maybe time will tell. Maybe we'll come full circle. Maybe you'll be at a better place and I'll be at whatever place I'm in, and we'll be able to reconnect.
Right.
But at the time, if we're not right for each other, then we're not right for each other. And I have to move on from that. I have to grow from that. I have to continue trying to do whatever it is that I am focused on doing. If my focus is not you, or that's not what I'm focused on at this moment, then I have to be okay with the fact that that might not be something that continues on, because I'm focused on whatever it is that I personally want to accomplish.
Oh.
Sometimes it's not personal either.
Yeah.
Because say if you are an entrepreneur, right, and you have friends that are not entrepreneurs, they have a 9-to-5, they think, okay, we're going to go out this weekend. But if you can't, they might get upset. But really, it's like, I'm an entrepreneur. I work every day. I can't. So sometimes they might get upset with you. So sometimes they just don't understand.
Yeah, it's not personal. That's why I say maybe later on in life when I have accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish as an entrepreneur and I'm at that state where I really don't have to physically go in every day, maybe we'll meet back up and we'll be able to connect like the friends that we were 10 years ago. Exactly. You never know. Maybe we'll meet back up. We'll click just like where we picked up off from. Like, girl, I had to go do my thing and get my money up and now it's up. So, hey friend, I got time now.
Exactly.
Like people that understand that people grow and change and evolve for the better will not have a problem for the most part with you growing to better yourself. Even if that means that they don't spend as much time with you. Even if that means that the friend that they used to have or whoever it is to you that they used to have is doing something different or we can't do this together anymore. If I'm really your friend and I see that you bettering yourself, who am I to block that? Why would I be like, oh, friend, that's crazy that you can't go with me on Saturday nights no more when you got this business that you trying to raise? Like, what? That's and the same thing involves with like people and kids. People feel like, oh, my friend had a kid, now it's not my friend no more because she don't got time.
She's just a different friend now.
She got a kid. Like, she's just a different friend now. And if you really want that relationship, then that's something that you're gonna accept, evolve, and work around and adapt to.
Exactly.
It's just that simple. Things come and things go.
But
what's for you is gonna be for you, and it's gonna be there.
But a lot of people, like y'all was both saying, actually want to be successful. Like I will say, most people want to be successful. Not a lot of people are going to do what it truly takes, especially if you want to start it from nothing by yourself. Everybody wants it, but like, are you going to work for it? Like, are you willing to give up a couple years? Giving up sex, giving up relationships, being by yourself. Not a lot of people want to put that in there. So do you think that's why a lot of people that get older look back like, damn, maybe I should have, or have regret? Like, that is a terrible feeling, to just want to live in the now so much that your later is going to come eventually.
I feel like I would regret following my passion, my business, or my dream just to practice what is in the now. I feel like that is something that I would regret more than I would regret following my dream and losing out on parties or a friendship or something like that. I feel like I would regret more if I did it the other way. If I chose to stay in this stagnant situation with these people in my life because they don't want me to move on or it's uncomfortable for them, I'm going to regret that more. In 10 years, I'm going to be like, damn, you still here in the same spot? Bitch, you ain't do shit? Like, because homie was mad because you wanted to start a business and you couldn't go out on a Saturday and you chose your friend over potential money that could be lifetime. Yeah, right. I'm gonna regret that more. Sorry, friend. Love you though.
Do you agree with this, Bubbles?
I absolutely agree. Absolutely.
You put your business above everything. Was it hard? Like, or was this what you did when you were going through school? You was like, oh, I'm gonna put the medical field before everything. Is this who you are with any task?
Anything.
This makes it different.
Yeah. I've always been this way, pretty much.
Oh, so once you get your mind locked on it,
that's it. That is it.
Did this come from your dad? Who taught you this?
I think so. I think it comes natural to me, but my dad is the same way. So yeah, I think that's where it comes from. It's all in the genetics.
It's all in the genetics. Wow. Well, I would like to say this about you.
Yes.
I like the passion that you have for your business, and I was going to bring this up earlier with her. I would say when it comes to that business, you kind of have it's all locked in, because everybody else always had something else they want to do on the side, anything else they got going on, relationships, whatever. You are strictly, boom, that's what it is.
Yes. And I like some people will have multiple businesses. I just knew that if I put all of my energy into this, it could go somewhere. I don't want to put it in multiple things and spread it out. No, this is it. And it's worked out so far.
So don't multitask is what she's telling you people.
You got to stay in one, just concentrate on one thing.
So people, when it goes to spreading it out, that's what things, because you can't give 100% to 50 things as much as you think you can. You can't,
especially not 50 things that you're still building.
Yes.
Oh, if you're still building it, my God.
It's different if after you have built Bubbles Galore to its it's everything. It's global.
Right.
I've got a website. I've got a few brick and mortars. I've got kiosk locations. I'm in the mall. It's different once it's built. It's fully built. It's running on its own. And if I decide, okay, Bubbles Galore is built, now, I don't know, I want to go sew or I want to go do whatever, that's different.
Right.
Because my business is built. I can then turn around and go put focus into something else because my business basically should run on its own. That's different. But when you have, all right, I'm still building Bubbles, and then I think I want to turn around and create, this, that, and the third, and turn around and create this, that, and the third. One of those is not going to go well. Two of those is probably not going to go well. You've got to focus at some point in time on something specifically, which means you're not going to be focused on the other things. So which means they will eventually lack. They can't run self-sufficient. They're going to lack.
I feel like you're talking to me right now because I like to do that. I would say recently, I'm starting to be, probably recently within the last 2 months, and I'm becoming aware of two things slowly. That one, I cannot give 100% to a lot. And I feel like that's where the problem comes because I try to stretch myself everywhere. And you either end up burnt out or you're going to hit a snag somewhere.
Yeah.
So now I understand when it comes to, all right, you really, if it's something that you want, you just gotta be willing to sacrifice for it. You gotta let that go. So yeah, I would say thank you guys for making me not want to multitask no more. I'm gonna go ahead and make this happen. Let's talk about this business because we're not over that. How do you raise, when you came to starting your business, people say, oh, I don't have the money or whatever. How did you feel like, all right, I'm gonna raise this much money, I'm gonna stay disciplined? What was your process about going about it?
So in the beginning, I did have a savings. It wasn't that big, but I'm already pretty good with money, like as far as like not spending what I shouldn't and things like that. So in the beginning, I did. I just bought what I could. I didn't buy that much. It wasn't really in bulk, but that's when I first started selling, just a few soaps. And then I did just quit my job cold turkey. I did. I took the big leap. And that's what a lot of people, don't really want to do. It's very scary. I'm not going to lie. And it's not for everybody. So, I think that people ask me, when did I know? I just think that way. I don't know. I just knew that I wouldn't be able to get to a certain point if I was giving someone 8 hours of my day, 5 days a week. You get it?
That's true, though.
Yeah, because I was making my products at night in my basement, and I would get about 1 or 2 hours of sleep, literally, and go back into work.
Oh,
and then come home and do it all over. And then want to go sell it on the weekend, and then it's like, over and over, and that's eventually going to tire you out, going to burn you out, when you could be technically, like you said, focusing on one thing.
Right, and it's all about the mindset, right?
Yeah.
So even with people may not want to go into a mall setting or whatever, a brick and mortar, whatever, and they might say, oh, the rent is just thousands of dollars. It's how you think of it. You just
talk
need
to them then.
Break it down. If you think about it, okay, well, it's $5,000 a month. Of course you're gonna say I can't afford this. Of course, my mortgage is say $2,000, but this place is $5,000. Well, all you have to do is break it down per day and say, I have to make this amount per day to make this rent. That's all you have to do. It's the same with employees. A lot of people need to understand sometimes you need to hire help to get further. Yes. I wouldn't be able to be where I am today without my staff. I can't. Right? So if you just think about it in a certain light,
just tweak it.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. You can do it.
I looked at the light the way you just looked at it. You was like, oh, I just need to make this much a day.
A day.
Okay. I can be honest here, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, I would say, even poverty people that have ideas that just not jumping out there, they'll immediately look at you and say, well, that's easy for you to say type of thing. Because then you can think of it, they're going to go to the negative mindset and say, if I need $300 a day, how am I going to make $300 a day?
You have to figure out where to go to make the money.
She said, listen,
it's
bro,
always a way. If there's a will, there's a way. You can't think like that. Why is it asking so many questions? Figure it out. Go call some places. Where are the vending plate? Where can I sell? What do I have to do to make this amount per day? Period. There's no questions.
I'm motivated. She got me motivated. I was here like, God damn, I can make this amount of money a day.
You have to think.
But you got to make that sacrifice also.
Exactly. I thought, okay, how am I going to get in front of people? The flea market. It's perfect. Usually when you think of flea market, you think of old things.
Yeah.
But I didn't care. I said, well, it's going to be in front of people. They're going to start knowing who I am. You know, that might not be for everybody, but just find a way. I used to do pop-up shops too. Same thing.
Oh, so you did that.
Pop-up shops are all the rave. Like, literally.
Yes.
You literally can just, you're having one? Let me give you my 75 hours or whatever it is, and I bring my product. And people are going to come in for hours and hours. And even if nobody buys anything, everybody saw it.
I was going to say that too. Some people will do certain things and say, oh, I didn't make any money, but I put out $200 for this pop-up shop. So what? Guess what? They saw your sign. You gave out cards.
It might not come immediately. All right.
But it will
come. You just got to keep going.
Listen.
Take one day at a time. Just one.
I have now realized from this that anything's goddamn possible. Like, she broke it down in such minute ways. If you need $5,000, all right, you need to make this amount of money per day to get this $5,000. Okay, now that you have broken it down to that level, all right, you know what you got to do to make that amount of money? Then you got to sacrifice that.
Yes.
You see that you could make it. You can legitimately afford this house, whatever you really want. Are you willing to really do what it takes, though? Probably not. No, because it might take a couple months. It might take a couple years. People don't want to do that. Everybody wants to live in it now. But is that wrong, though, ladies? To live in the now?
It is wrong. You'll never get anywhere if you think that way. I could have given up 2 years, 3 years ago and said, you know what? I'm only making $3 a day. But I knew, the next day I might make $2,000. You never know.
It could go either way.
It could go either way.
How long does it take you to make one bar of soap?
It depends. So I'm really quick now. So that's another thing. You just got to keep repeating, and it's all repetition. I mean, it just depends. I can make a full batch. Like, say if I make my donut soap, this might take, it depends, probably 4 to 5 hours because it has to set, and then I have to. So, but while that's why my soaps are, my products are the price that they are. It's not simple.
Fuck me. So wait.
So while that's curing, I'm starting another product.
Right, because soap start as liquid, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna do.
Soap start as liquid. So she has to
So you harden it?
She has to create the liquid, put it in whatever mold she's gonna use, and let it sit until it turns into soap.
Hold on.
And then she gotta make it pretty after it's a piece of soap.
Exactly.
Do you do it by yourself still?
So I do have my manager. I have a manager now. She actually helps me make certain products. Yes. So my goal was when I got my store to actually start training staff to make the product as well. So everything that I do is strategic and thought out. So that way, in the future as well, I won't have to make the product. So now I'm not really selling it too much. I just come when I'm needed. And then I'm going to have people making it. And then maybe one day I'll be able to go on trips and do this and that. So.
We're not skipping past the part. You said you got a manager.
A manager? Oh, a manager, yes. I have a manager now.
Why do you...
Shout out to my manager.
Can we ask a question?
Yes.
Why do you have a manager?
You mean for myself or for the business?
You got one for the business too?
No, well, she's she's the manager for the store. For
the business. No. Okay, I was about to say you have a manager.
No,
how much money are you making now? I thought you was just hustling soap.
No. She's the manager for the store.
Oh, okay. All right. So you telling me for the circle donut could take for a whole batch 5 hours?
Depends. It depends.
And so you got to make 6 different bars of soap. That's days.
Well, no, it's multiple at a time.
Okay.
Yeah. So I might make a full batch of 50.
Okay.
That's going to sit, and then I have to hand dip them too.
That's why she said earlier, I let them sit and then I'll make another soap.
Right.
Because they're all liquids. They all have to sit. So I make one, I sit. I make another,
one,
it
I
sit.
sit.
I make another, it
Okay.
sits. By the time I've made 8 soaps, I might can run back to soap number 1. It might almost be done. I might can go eat lunch and come back, and then I can go ahead and start decorating. But like she said, that's 4 hours later.
Oh, so I can't lie to say hustle.
This. That's why it costs money.
I don't think people really. No one really knows what it takes, especially when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's a black-owned business or whatever the case may be, right? Mm-hmm. You don't know how much time it took to make this product that looks to you very simple. How much time it took, how much it cost, what I had to give up to make it in the first place. Nobody sees that. So I feel like, do you feel like you have a problem with your prices? Anybody say, you know what, it's too high?
Absolutely not. My price is my price.
Talk then.
And I had to learn that because in the beginning, of course, I had deals and things when I was at the flea market. You have to. Nobody knows who you are. They don't even know if your soap works.
Right, you have to have it.
But I knew that after they tried it, they would go tell their friends. And those friends would tell friends. I know my worth. I know my product's worth. So that's how I kept going. And by the time I got in the mall, okay, now we have an overhead. Now I'm able, if I charge this much, now we can get even better ingredients. You're getting a better look. You're also paying for my experience and my artfulness in my product. Right? And not only that, whatever soap you purchase is never the same as anyone else's.
See?
So that's what you're
paying. But she got exclusivity. Nobody got the soap you got.
I feel like the people that get it. And those that don't.
Exactly.
Because I get it. But I mean, that's because I feel like if I feel like that it's a good quality product, I'm going to spend that money on it.
Yes.
If I feel like your product is a good quality, I've used it, I love it, you would go up $5 every year. I'm still gonna buy it.
Right, absolutely.
Nobody talks about how much Rolex costs. You just buy it.
Exactly.
It's the truth.
Nobody's talking about a Birkin. They just out here buying them.
Buy it. You'll be like, oh, why is it $4,000? $100,000.
Like,
do you want it?
And y'all crying because somebody's soap is $10. It's like, are you serious?
Yeah.
First of all, it's somebody out here selling soap for like $25 a bottle.
I have heard that.
So.
You think this bad?
Like, it's all about what you like and what you going to spend your money on. And like I said, the people that get it, and they will spend their money, and those that don't. And
that's called, but that's just being brand loyal though. Because if I like your brand, if it gets expensive, I'm still going to buy it because I'm loyal to this brand, no matter how much it costs. If I like Bubbles Galore, I'm gonna maybe $50 a bar. All right. I might buy less of it.
Right.
But I'm still going to buy it. Yeah, because that's Bubbles. Like, that's Gucci. Like, nobody cares.
But like she said, you're buying more than just the product.
Yes.
I'm buying the experience.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Like, that's just how, and it goes like that for a lot of things. Like, even you do. Let's put it in your mouth. A haircut.
That's what they tell me.
A haircut. Let's do that.
All right.
You been going to the same barber.
Right.
You paying the same man.
Right.
You pay him the same amount you paid him 10 years ago?
I wish it did. No.
Right. But you gonna keep paying him though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Because you go for the haircut, but also for the experience. You go for that particular person to cut your hair. That's what you're used to. That's what you like. That's why you go there.
Thought this was a podcast.
He always thought this was a podcast.
Goodness. Well, before we get out of here, what new things do you have coming up? You got the holiday season coming up.
Yes.
What you got coming?
So one of the big things is my box. So I don't know if you guys saw my IG. There's a holiday box that's coming out. It's a custom Bubbles Galore box. So it has donuts, pink donuts on each side, and it also has the logo. So again, it goes back to just starting out small. Every year I've always had a holiday box, and it always had limited edition items, but it was usually just a red box with a bow, right? So this year is really big for me because we have the store and now we have a custom box. So that's one. And then our parties will start soon where you can come and do bombs with bubbles. So I'm Bubbles and you'll get the pink bath.
Bombs with bubbles sound amazing.
Yes. And then also the soap making parties as well. So I almost have all of the software up for that so you guys can book with me at my store at Towson Mall.
So is that how they get that custom box? They got to come into Towson?
No, I'll actually have the box at both locations. There was already people coming to Arundel asking for it. I apologize, but they're not out yet. I like to build animosity,
Clearly. Yeah.
I want you to get pumped up for it. So those should be out maybe in November. I just still have to figure out what to put in them.
Okay.
And online too. Online.
All right. So so you're gearing up for the holiday season now.
Yes, we're already getting prepared. Yes.
Is the holiday season your biggest time of year?
Biggest time of the year. Biggest. It's amazing. Yes.
She said,
every month
it's amazing.
This time of the year.
Came from a different type of place. It's amazing. Y'all having fun, but it's amazing.
Yes.
She said, I'm eating. Y'all come to Towson. Okay, Brax, you got anything else you want to ask this amazing lady?
I'm going to the store. I got things to buy.
7 days a week.
She done sold me. I got stuff to come by.
Oh,
so
I appreciate it.
It's hard not to. Like I brought it to Bubbles now. Like this is. So 7 days a week, you're open from the top of the mall to the end of the mall.
Yes, 7 days a week at both locations. Yes, Arundel and Towson.
So for more variety, you say go to Towson.
So each location has its own items. It just depends. Mostly everything is at both, but you might go to Towson and not see Arundel, and Arundel some item. It just depends. And then online, of course, has even more designs. Yeah. So
oh my goodness.
If you order.
Come shop your little heart out.
Come shop your little heart out.
Yes.
And I want to know what this mystery box looks like in November, so I'm gonna stay tuned to that.
Yes.
You didn't see the box that she posted on Instagram?
Clearly, I'm wrong. Okay, well let's see
she
the box.
She posted the donut box on Instagram.
I like the packaging. The food looks edible. I like everything about it.
Now we gotta wait to see what she putting in the donut box, but it's okay because I'm gonna get a donut box.
I don't care what's in the donut box. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh,
you missed it. It's okay.
Oh, well, you come up with all the designs, huh?
All designs, yes.
You do your own website.
Yes.
Who the hell are you?
I know. I don't even know sometimes. I do it all. But, I just have in my mind, I need to put in this work now. And one day, there'll be a team doing everything for me. All I have to do is just be there. But to get to that point, I need to get people to believe in me. And, I just have so many dreams for my business. I do. Big dreams.
I feel like I gotta go harder now.
Not you feel like you gotta go harder.
I feel like is this what people talk about when they say everybody has 24 hours? People really use their 24 hours differently.
Yes.
2K is
24 hours. Put in that work.
Mm-hmm. Put in that work.
Like,
okay, if you had a son, he would be pumped up. Goodness. Well, listen, I appreciate you for stopping into the vibes. And the moment I met you, from your amazing product to how you talk about your product, even when I was there and another person came up, the level of passion that you have, regardless, it's repetitive. You do not turn off. I'm excited to hear next person still excited. Next person still excited. And you on go and know the product so well. Mm-hmm. You know the ingredients inside and out. Mm-hmm. It's amazing to watch. It was amazing to watch. And I told you when I see you, I got to talk to you because first of all, the kiosk looked fucking amazing. It didn't belong in a kiosk.
Thank you.
It did. The way you did the lighting, you set everything up by yourself. Yes,
pretty much. So the kiosk, usually you have to get one built. But it was there, so I just worked around that.
Did a damn job.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, listen, Brad.
Shout out to Arundel because
she love her some Arundel. Shout out to Arundel. We know Towson up there, but
yeah, I love Towson too.
But shout out to Arundel.
Shout out to Arundel because they were my first mall and they believed in me. They believe in me. They do. So.
Do you do engagements with your TikToks and your Instagrams, like when your customers reach out to you or whatever? Or is
of course. They know I love them so much. I engage with them. They are amazing. I love my customers. Without them, I would not be where I am today.
See?
I don't even know if it's the right answer, but she made me believe it. She could have just lied her ass off. Without you, I am nothing. Yup, I believe you. Well, listen, Bragg, you got anything coming up? Anything you want to promote?
Anything I want to promote?
Yeah, anything you got coming up? Your life, you got anything coming up special for you?
Yeah, we know my life is on private.
All right, you got a Bubbles Instagram, nothing.
Y'all know.
All right.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
All right.
Like that.
All right.
So stay tuned. Something's coming. Just stay tuned though.
Well, I'm sorry, I ain't got that much cryptic messaging going on. No, I don't got nothing going on. Everything's staying blessed, you know, being a full-time dad and all that good stuff. Y'all, women made it look so easy when y'all was doing it by yourself. It's not. So shout out to y'all. And shout out to you and everything that you have coming on.
Thank you so much.
And the employees.
Thank you.
Shout out to Bubbles Galore.
Shout out to my staff. Yes, they're amazing.
Do you hire men?
Yes, I would love to actually. I think it would give a different vibe for especially the kiosk. So they can always apply, you know.
Online, in person?
You can go on my website. I have the information there if you go to employment, or they can always message me on Instagram at Bubbles_Galore___.
If you go to employment.
Before you get out of here, I was going to say, drop all your socials, internet, website, drop everything so people can know where to find you, where to get your items.
Okay, so again, it's Bubbles Galore. It's all natural skincare products, handmade. It's always fresh. We are at Arundel Mills Mall 7 days a week at our kiosk at Entrance 4 next to Ulta and Michael Kors, and at Towson Town Mall on the 4th floor next to Zara's and Nordstrom. We're also on social media on Instagram at Bubbles_Galore__, and on TikTok at Bubbles Galore Me.
Check her out.
It's goddamn impossible if you live in the DMV. She put you at all the malls. Shit. You ain't going to Bowie.
Y'all know where to find her, so make sure y'all check her out. We definitely appreciate you coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It was a lovely episode.
Thank you so much.
And she bought business cards. She ain't play no games.
Yes.
Listen, this has been another lovely episode of the Vibes Podcast. I'm your boy, Two Dimple King, your favorite Leo, businessman on the way. And my favorite co-host again.
Y'all already know, it's Brex, the hot-headed Aries.
And this has been another lovely episode. We're going to catch you on the next one. And or at, shout out to Arundel. And we're out of here.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.